Do you like scantily clad NPCs? How about anime waifus? Take old biddies? Well, this game literally has all of the above. I know what you're thinking, random guy on the internet, why would I listen to what you have to say? Well, you know what? I have over 1,200 hours in New World.
Man, bathroom!
What, hon?
Bathroom! Bathroom!
How is that relevant to Tower of Fantasy? It's not. I've been playing this game since it released in North America. It's been about 2 weeks now and I have quite a few hours. We are now at level cap 44 as of today, so I do have a little bit of experience with this game. It starts like many an MMO, cutscene intro to the antagonist, choose your male or female character in a very dramatic way, and obviously everyone's gonna pick a female. I went male and let me tell you what, it was a huge mistake. Surprisingly, the game customization is actually quite in-depth and allows you to choose from default presets or popular ones made by the player base. You have characters like Nier Automata, Itachi, and Pain. There's a lot of options here and it's actually quite impressive, especially, yeah, I mean, you guys get it. It's immersive. The game then throws you right into the story where you're supposed to meet this girl named Shirley and kind of give a shit about her. And then she has a brother named Zeke, and apparently he's the protector of this community, but then she becomes a danger to the community, so he has to do the right thing and put her down, but he can't do it. So he ends up taking her to the enemy, and you have to go to the enemy and find out what they're up to and try and stop them before the end of the world happens. Aside from the story though, the combat's actually very nice, very smooth, and allows you to pick different weapons to play different parts. You can be a healer, you can be a DPS, you could even roleplay as Toph from The Last Airbender if you wanted to. The boss fights are actually pretty interesting. I immediately met up with a crew who was very nice. They showed me how to play everything and where to go, and it actually turned out to be a very interesting time. And so far, I've actually enjoyed this game a lot. I've even been able to get friends into this game who don't even like the anime style, so that says quite a bit. I've always been a huge proponent of mini games inside of other games, whether you're playing Gwent in The Witcher or Pizak in Star Wars Old Republic. It's really nice to see an MMO take this idea and do mini games inside of their game. Sometimes they'll just be randomly strewn about, and sometimes they're right next to a boss that ends up getting you killed. It's a little hit or miss, but when they do hit, they're actually quite enjoyable. So in North America, the game is pretty fresh, so once you hit level cap, there isn't much of an end game per se. So you start looking for different things to do, like clearing dungeons on all the difficulties, from easy to normal to hard. And the great thing about the dungeons is, when you play the higher difficulties, it kind of gives you more loot and increases the number of chests you can find, and it likes to place them in hard to find areas or places you wouldn't normally look. In the dungeons, it gives you certain relics, and you have to use these said relics to figure out the clues to get through the dungeon, which I think is nice. It makes you think more than just kind of pumping up the numbers of the HP bars to make the bosses a little bit more difficult. It does that too, but it's not just an HP stack. Now, aside from the dungeons, you also have things like the Void Rift and Frontier Clash, and that's all stuff you get into at a little bit higher level, but it is stuff that can get a little bit tedious and tiresome after even just a couple of weeks of gameplay. So that leaves the question of how the longevity of this game is going to do. Is this going to be the next New World, or is this going to be the next Genshin Impact? That's a pretty big difference in outcome. And in all honesty, I've had a really great time playing this game, but I am concerned for that longevity. Hopefully they keep updating things and they don't just rely on the gacha system, which is a whole different topic, and I'll make a different video for that. But if you do have a gambling problem, I highly suggest you stay far away from this game because it will suck you dry. That being said, guys, it is a free game. Nothing is stopping you from downloading it, trying it out for yourself, and seeing if it's something you'll enjoy. I know it's a good idea sometimes to check things out on the internet, but don't let that sway you from trying something or not. Give it a go. If you guys liked the video, please be sure to show me that by hitting the like button, and if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, hit that subscribe button. That's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.